Hello, it's Tori Henderson. I work as a life coach for Supermoms, and I'm so excited you're going to join my Supermom Challenge. It's going to be so fun. But before we get started, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I define a supermom, like what is it and why is it making us so tired? So I see a supermom as somebody who has a really easy time prioritizing their family's needs. Like they can take great care of their kids. They are really devoted. They love their job as mom. They want to do everything right and well, and they want to give their kids the best of everything. Sounds great. The problem is that sometimes these mamas put a lot of pressure on themselves to do everything right. They can get lost, resentful, sometimes, frustrated because they are doing so much work and nobody's helping them out. They feel like they aren't getting the support that they need or the appreciation sometimes too. And so when a supermom tries to take a break, and she might have a hard time taking a break, taking time away. She might feel guilty. She might feel guilty spending a lot of money on herself, where she'll spend money on her kids very easily because she wants them to have the best of everything. But when it comes to her, she has a harder time with it. And so when she does get to get away, go out with girlfriends, get a massage, she might feel guilty, or she might feel lost. Like there's this kind of vacancy because she doesn't really know who she is if she's not being needed by her kids. And so this is kind of how I'm defining a supermom. And I want to talk about the 5 reasons why moms get so tired. And it's not sleep. I mean, certainly sleep, nutrition, exercise are all great ways to keep mom's energy up. I'm not going to deny that. But I want to talk about the invisible things, the things that moms can't see. I've been coaching supermoms for many, many years, and I can lump them into 5 categories, okay? So number 1 reason why supermoms get so tired is that something I call attentional fatigue. So this is something that we think of with ADHD kids is how it's usually used. And they go to school and the teacher keeps saying, hey, look over here, listen to me. And the kid gets tired from trying so hard to pay attention to someone other than himself or herself. Moms get attentional fatigue because our attention is constantly being pulled outside of ourselves. We wake up in the morning, we're thinking about the kids. Who's hungry? Who needs to be fed? Who needs, who woke up with a dry bed or a wet diaper or whatever, right? And so we're constantly being, hey mom, look at me, listen to me over here. And we enjoy it. It makes us feel purposeful and needed, but it's too much. And nobody's asking us, hey, how was your day, mom? Or what would you like to do today? What do you want to eat for dinner? Nobody's asking us that. And so we stop asking ourselves that. And that's when we get lost. We don't even know who we are. We feel, a lot of moms will talk about, like, I feel like I'm off my game. I feel like I'm not the person I was before I had kids, or I feel like I've lost myself. And so this is what I'm calling, number 1, attentional fatigue. We are starved for our own attention. So number 2 reason is shooting on ourselves. So a lot of supermoms who want the best of everything for their kids, and they want to put their needs before their own, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and it's invisible. We don't even know we're doing it. It feels like good parenting. Okay, I need to wake up in the morning. I need to get my kids. I need to give them a healthy breakfast. I need to make sure they have a good, healthy, balanced lunch. I need to make sure they've got clothes that are appropriate for the day and the weather and that look nice and they're clean. And I got to get them to school on time, make sure they've got all their homework. Seems like just good parenting. But what I have learned over the years from coaching is that moms who aren't in the supermom category, there are moms out there who cut themselves a lot of slack. And they're driving to school. Oh, we're late again. Oh, well. Oh, I forgot my daughter's lunch. Oh, well. I'm sure she'll work it out. She'll find someone to borrow some chips from, or she'll get some crackers somewhere. And they just don't associate their little daily mishaps with I'm a terrible mother. I'm a bad person because my kid forgot their coat. You know, she's going to be cold and it's all my fault. What a bad mom I am. That there's this tie to, am I a good enough mom? With every single detail. I'm late for soccer practice. I'm a horrible person. Like, that's a pretty big leap. And a lot of super moms do this. We do a lot. I have to be on time. I have to get there. And oh my gosh, I should have done the gift for the teacher and I forgot. I'm a loser. I'm a terrible mother because I can't remember to get presents for everybody, or whatever it is. There's a lot of pressure and shoulding on ourselves. Okay, so this is invisible, so it's hard to catch, but we're going to address it in the Supermom Challenge. Number 3 is arguing with reality. And this is something that when I'm got a client on the phone with me and I can hear, we don't even know, it's this invisible energy drain that we don't even realize is making us so tired. And it sounds like, it could be anything. It sounds like, my husband should be doing more and he isn't. My kids should be better behaved and they aren't. I should be better than I am. I never wanted to live in this house and I live in this house. I have 3 kids and I didn't want 3 kids. How did I end up here? I live here and I didn't want to live in this town. This isn't the life I created. I wanted my career and I don't have it. My mom should be alive still and able to help me and she isn't. Whatever it is, when we argue with reality, it's exhausting. And so we got to catch whenever we do that and make sure we are accepting reality. Doesn't mean we have to like it. Of course, you want your mom to still be alive and around to help with the grandkids. But we've got to accept things as they are in order for us to feel at peace. Because if we don't, we run into number 4, which is avoiding emotions. So moms that are always busy, if you know a mom who, or if you're one of these moms who can never sit still, is always going, doing, can't take a break. This is, their family is saying, just, relax, take a break, you chill, you deserve it. And they just can't, no, I gotta go. That's always a sign of avoiding emotions. When you feel like you're in a constant sense of urgency, there's a feeling that you're trying not to feel, because as soon as you start to slow down, some mean old voice in your head starts creeping in there and it's saying like, you should be better than you are or whatever. And maybe we're trying not to feel sadness. Maybe we had a loss that we are avoiding grieving. Maybe we are overeating in a way, as a way to, or over exercising as a way to avoid feeling not good enough, unworthy. I don't know what it is. It's just an emotion. And it's really a simple fix, but boy, do we avoid it like crazy. It's not as scary as it seems, but the brain thinks it is. And so it's like, oh my gosh, I would rather do anything than feel this emotion. And yet, as soon as you feel it, you feel so much better. And just learn how to process an emotion. People don't tell us. And kids are going to trigger us. They're going to make us feel things we never wanted to feel. And so we're constantly being triggered. And so we find ways to avoid it. Over worrying, overthinking, over analyzing, you name it. We have lots of decoys to avoid feeling feelings. And it's going to wear us out. So the 5th thing that I find exhausts super moms and makes us tired, that's kind of this invisible thing, is when we are being called to something higher, something better, something greater, and we are resisting the call. So I've had a lot of moms who want to work with a life coach. They say, okay, like I need to go back to work, but I don't know what I want to do. Or I want to do something, but I don't know what. Or I feel like, I'm lost on my career path, or this isn't quite the life I imagined. So anyways, we get on the phone and they say, I have no idea what I want to do with my life. And I'll say, okay, well, let's just pretend for a minute that you did know what you wanted to do with your life. What do you think that one might be? And 9 times out of 10, they know exactly what they're meant to do with their life. But they are scared. They're really it all comes down to fear, but they're scared. They don't want to. They have all these judgments in there. Like, well, who would, you know, what would people say? What would my parents say? That I can't make any money doing that. That's irresponsible. And they've got all these judgments or reasons, or like, they're just like, I don't want to put myself out there. How would I ever do that? That's never going to work. Whatever it is, it's just fear. But when we have a calling and we are avoiding it, ignoring it, denying it, we try to do everything we can to not accept this call, eventually it becomes our biggest source of suffering. It makes us tired. It makes us run away from emotions. It makes us feel like we're just not being ourselves. And so it could be, I have this thought, like, I had this one where like, I want to be a stay-home mom. This is what I'm supposed to be. This is the right thing to do. And as soon as I became a stay-home mom, I went crazy. It was not the right path for me. I needed intellectual stimulation. I'm highly social. I needed to be around people. But I had this idea. And so I was ignoring and avoiding my calling by thinking I was supposed to be a stay-home mom and I was supposed to enjoy it. And so it could be something very simple, or it could be, you know, you're meant for something that's really, really scary for you. And a lot of times it's a creative venture, a writer, starting your own business, something that feels really big and bold. And sometimes it's just, you know, you worked for 8 years in school and you got your master's degree, and then you get this job and you end up hating it. And the thought of starting over, not doing that, is so scary. So it's just a lot of judgments. And so when we avoid our calling and who we're meant to be, it causes us fatigue. So I'm so glad that you are here doing the 7-day challenge, because we are going to be addressing all of these 5 invisible energy drains just by simply taking 15 minutes a day to reflect, to tune into ourselves, to pay attention to ourselves, and what is that thing that's weighing on our mind? What is it we're avoiding? What is it that we are doing that's making us so exhausted, that's making us not live our best life, that's making us not be the mom that we want to be, to enjoy this time of our lives, to get the most out of, you know, growing and learning as a mom, as a woman, as a career path, like whatever we want, we want to make sure we're just getting the most out of life. And so this is going to be a great challenge. It's going to get you started. It's going to create a habit, is my hope. Create a habit of you tuning inwards every day and learning how to listen to that higher voice in our head. We all have this higher self. And I think fatigue is one of the ways that it shows up and tells us when we're off track, when we're not doing what we really know that we want to be doing. And so it's always there to guide us and steer us into the path that's right for us. So I'm excited that you're joining us. I look forward to seeing you on Facebook. We're going to meet together on Facebook starting on January 6th. Take care, everybody. Can't wait.